Just coming out of Molineux, and it's a cold, bitter night as we come out. Wolves have been knocked out the FA Cup by holders. Liverpool a 1-0 coming early in the first half, which we'll come on to in a bit. And I said it's cold, and I said it's bitter. And to be honest, if you're a Wolves fan, I might feel a little bit bitter because this should never have gone to a replay in the first place. Wolves were cheated out of it last week with the VAR and all of that jazz. It should never have gone to a replay, but it did. And to be fair, in the first half, well, let's just see what Sensation has to say about that to start with. How are you feeling after you come out the game?
Disappointed in some ways. The first 10 minutes, yeah, great. And then they got the goal and we just lost the bottle. You got it all over the place. Got no control over the ball. You got no direction. And the second half wasn't really much better. You've got to get the ball forward as quick as you can because they're dropping back in defence. And once it's closed the door, you're just banging your head against it, aren't you?
Well, I thought it was definitely an improvement in the second half with the changes. We'll come on to that in a bit. But you're right about moving the ball quicker. And we're going to talk about, again, the lack of clinical finishing. Dad, your thoughts, feeling after you come out of that? How are you feeling? Be honest.
I'm disappointed, like Stan says, but I mean, they kept giving the ball away, and they seemed to be up for it tonight. I don't know what was wrong, but I think our goalkeeper was out of position. I think he should have saved that myself, but but that's the way it goes, eh? But we had our chances, but we can't put goals away at the moment. But we've got to get up that league. That's all we've got to do. We've got to win the league.
It's a bit of a cliche. Concentrate on the league. It's the sort of thing you say when you're knocked out of 2 cups in the space of a few days and everything. I mean, let's go back to the start of the game. I wouldn't say they weren't up for it. I think obviously you made the changes. And they, Wolves made 9 changes last week against Liverpool, and they played a full strength team and had an extra 48 hours recovery, and we were we'll go harp onto it. We were great. Lembakisa had a fantastic game. I thought he was particularly poor today. He showed his experience. He's a young lad. I don't want to knock him because he's got a big future in the game, but he didn't get into it, and he was off the pace, and it was no surprise to me. I was calling for it. He changed it and brought Semedo on in the second half, which I think was to protect Lembakisa from taking him off earlier. Wolves in the...
I think they should have put him on at the beginning, Bonanza and all, and the main strikers and the main, and take them off later.
Dad, it's hindsight that obviously Wolves have had a lot of games in recent, a lot of matches, so you can understand.
But I mean, if we want to get to Wembley, we
ain't going to Wembley, Dad.
No, if we was wanting to get to Wembley, we should have.
This poor lad has waited how many years, Dad? How you know?
Well,
how old are you?
Oh, well, no,
85, 86, and he wants to go to Wembley and sing Abide With Me, and he's wanted that for a long time, and in the FA Cup we got close a few years ago. Let's talk about the game anyway. First 10 minutes it was really all Wolves in control, and then, the breakaway really, there was an overlap, and I didn't see it coming, and Sarr will be very, very disappointed with conceding that goal. I mean, Harvey Elliott hit it, but Sarr really was right down the middle, and it kind of just his positioning was not great, and he really wouldn't be happy with that, Sarr. And then he nearly made a mistake just after that, and I think that rattled the whole Wolves side for the rest of the first half.
I think, David, at the beginning, when they play from the back, no backwards and forward. But I think sometimes the goalkeepers should kick it forward. It's playing, dangerous at the back, I think. Cause
it is agreement in some ways. They should start playing the long ball instead of this tippy-tappy.
We don't want to play long ball. We're not Burnley of old. We play football. They play football at the back. They're trying to play football at the back. Sometimes it works. You do need to mix it up, and they started to do that.
For sake, David, you've got to mix it up a bit, because he's always, probably the manager's told him to play from the back, but sometimes I think he ought to, kick it.
Just lumping it up the field isn't always the answer. It just lumps it up to their centre-backs and comes back.
Lump it up the field. What we're saying is a positional drop ball at the back, and you're behind them and you're running at them. Then tippy tappy. I'll go back to. You're not coming by me.
I thought I could see what he's trying to do, but I get your points. I do get your points, and this is an evolution that Lopetegui's trying to bring in. It's going to take time. Liverpool pressed us, and we got nervous, and we didn't like last week. We played through it, we got through, and we didn't. Anyway, we got to half time. I think we're probably lucky to be 1-0 at half time because we did really fall away. He made the changes at half time. Second half, Wolves started to take control of the game more. I mean, you look at the possession stats, 58%. We had 11 shots. You know, they had 3 shots on target, I think, and Liverpool rarely threatened in the second half. But we, for all of our possession, for all of like pushing them back, we didn't. The thing that I'm annoyed about, we never made their keeper make one decent save. And this is the constant issue that we have in the clinical finishing and making the opportunities and creating the chances and putting them away, and we didn't do it again. 2 shots on target.
Going back to the longer ball, yeah, I'm not saying lob it forward, but we went to the side. You got Traore there, yeah, making a complete arse of himself doing the...
No, he didn't make. He didn't.
He stands there and I think, well, I'll wait until at least 2 players come and tackle me, you know.
I think, there's 2 on him every time.
But you've got to look at it from the point of view, yeah, the ball went forward and then we was at the back. And we was in. The
problem is, when we got into those wide positions, and we've played some great balls to the thing, we never got in. We never got a player running into the box in the right, or that was played behind them, and we just didn't get in. We just didn't get that final ball. The final pass coming in wasn't to the players, and it was disappointing. I think disappointing is a bit how we're feeling tonight. We feel a bit flat. Molineux went a bit flat, but at the end of the day, we're out the cup. I'll harp back onto this, and I don't care. I mean, there'll be Liverpool fans watching this, and you'll probably disagree or whatever, and you'll say sour grapes and bitter. Do you know what? I have got sour grapes, and I am bitter because we should have gone through this last week, and we didn't. Anyway,
again, Liverpool have been practicing in the swimming pool again. Dive.
Well, let's go.
I'm a little bit upset about the referee because four Wolves players went down, and he never. What did the other way? Oh, they went down, he never booked a Liverpool player. The first chap, Liverpool fella, went down. Yellow card come up.
I tell you what, that does get to me, and it's kind of like.
I don't think these referees are. I think they ought to have the foreign bloody referees in, from Europe.
It does seem all the way through that that whatever we did, we weren't gonna get through. Anyway, let's get on to our performance rating first of all. Your performance rating, Magic?
6.5, I should say.
6.5. Your performance rating?
6.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 6.5 tonight. Magic, your man of the match, and your LEAMORE Windows man of the match, and why?
Nevis, because he did try to change things around, but it never happened. So that's all I think. Nevis.
Okay, and Sensation?
I haven't a clue, but yeah, we'll give it Nevis. Yeah, why not?
Well, that makes a hat trick because I thought Neves was magnificent. His energy levels, he's chasing down, he was leading, the way he's prayed the ball about, he was, always looking to make something happen. Without a standout to me, Neves was head and shoulders Wolves' best player on the pitch tonight, and he was great. My hands going freezing cold. I know producers' hands are going cold as well. Final words?
Come on, you Wolves.
Is that it?
What do you mean?
Is that your final words?
Yeah, come on, you.
Say something a little bit more inspirational for everyone that's listening, Magic, come on.
We've got to start getting up the league.
Liverpool come back here on the 4th of February.
Is it?
4th of February, what's going to happen then, Dad?
We're going to win then.
We're going to beat them then, that's it.
We're going to beat them tonight, but we don't.
Final word, Sensation?
Onwards and upwards.
Onwards and upwards. It's a cliche. We've got to carry on the league. Yeah, I'm probably feeling a little bit bitter, not necessarily because of tonight, because I don't think we performed anywhere near, but because of last week with the VAR decision, and we were robbed. We were absolutely robbed. And I'm sure a fair few Liverpool fans will probably come and agree with us. You should have been knocked out last week. Well, we haven't got it. You've got to go to play Brighton away, which is not going to be an easy tie for it, whether it be Wolves or for Liverpool. They're playing well at the moment, so Wolves will have a weekend off. to regroup, and we've had a lot of matches recently, so maybe that's a good thing. Dad, next year, sensation. Next season, if we stay in the Premier League, maybe we'll go to Wembley then and sing goodbye with me or something else. How do you say about that?
All I want to do, David, is to the top in this league. That's all I want them to do.
Fantastic. Well, it's been a longer reaction tonight. My hand's freezing. We're freezing. It's cold and bitter. Wolves are out the FA Cup. We're going to concentrate on the league. We've got Man City at the weekend. And then following that, after the little break, we've got Liverpool back here. And we'll take the 3 points off you then. Thanks very much. From myself, Sensation and Magic. Till the next one, always Wolves.